Okay. Everything seems to be working right. Test, audio. Let's check the audio. Test, test, test. Okay. Just want to make sure. All right. What's up, guys? What's up, Chain Wax? Crypto Fever. Let me go ahead and get the stream set up properly so I can see the chat on this side. Gotta go to this and pop the chat out. Bam. Put that on that side and move it over. Awesome. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I just got back from dinner with my stepdad. Just a little celebration dinner, saying that he's proud of me, and it was fun. Uh, he's a really cool dude. What's up, guys? Peter JP, what's up, man? Thomas Samo is. I was gonna say Thomas. What's up, man? Crypto Fever, I think I already got you. Mr. Thakos, what's up, man? F Sani, what's up, man? That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So tonight is going to be an extra short stream because my buddy he just got a new apartment, and we're going to go over and celebrate because it's his first apartment, his first actual place from home. Besides, he actually lived with me for a little bit, but this is his. You can call this his. So we're gonna go over and celebrate. I'm gonna try to not get too too effed up. I don't drink or anything or smoke anymore, so uh, I'm sure there'll be something for me. Uh, Crippler, what's up, man? Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate that. Our little short call on the Telegram went perfectly well today. At let's see, at 3:15 p.m., I went daily outlook, small retest to the upside, seeing a rejection off the 0.5. We were also getting rejection off the 50 on the 2-hour RSI, as well as some hidden bearish divergence on the 1-hour chart. I'm still targeting 8,150 to 7,850. So I did draw my fans prematurely for this pattern. We don't necessarily have a bottom yet, but we do have a top. So the down channels are definitely accurate so far. But the up channel, there is still room for that to be proven wrong. So, but once we do actually hit a bottom and then put ourselves into a swing high, they will definitely be more accurate going forward. I'm just taking a guesstimation based off of where I see my fibs having confluence, and that can give me an estimated bottom, as well as our target coming from the bearish rectangle is around that 78.50 zone. So it's not too far off. It definitely is not. You can see that our strongest resistance at the moment is this particular 1-to-1 down channel Ganfan. We go ahead and switch the color on that. I like to use purple for my strong resistances and supports. The Telegram channel, that is either through Patreon or just a one-time payment for the one-on-ones. The one-on-ones is definitely more value. Not only do you get my personal attention 2 times a week for about an hour to 2 hours, you also get the Discord and the Telegram group without a monthly cost. The Patreon is that is $50 a month, unfortunately, and you do not get Discord with it. But like I tell you guys all the time, if you guys cannot afford it, you don't need it. I do not hold anything back. If you guys ask me a question on live stream, I will treat it like I treat anybody else, whether you paid me money or you did not. You guys are viewers, you guys are supporting me. I will give you the same exact treatment. So if you can't afford it, don't buy it. Just learn from the live streams, learn from my videos, ask the questions, and you'll be fine. Killer Crypto Kelly, what's up? Happy Friday. Yeah, it is. It's been a good Friday. It really has. I woke up super late today. The past like couple days when I wake up, I'm just so drained. I don't know if it's because I've been talking so much and just putting a lot of time and effort into, trading. Uh, I think it has something to do with the vape. I'm going to take about 2 or 3 weeks off and see if that helps sometime soon, because I think it is just the overstimulation from the nicotine that could be causing it. Uh, but it could just be the intermittent fasting transition as well. It's just a combination of everything, to be honest, because when you transition into an intermittent fasting lifestyle, your body doesn't quite know how to process your fat as fuel yet, and it slowly gets better and better, but in the beginning it sucks. So that could be something as well. Get some big city slammers. Is that a Letterkenny reference? I love Letterkenny. How many turtles does it make to make turtle soup? No turtles. Humans make turtle soup. All right, let's put on some music. It's too quiet for me. It's too quiet. You guys know the drill. Ryan Crevejo, that's my dude. Oh, that's loud. That was loud. Maybe they were wrong about me. Definitely, man. I love IF, man. I've been doing it for about 2 years now, on and off. And it's the easiest way for me to lose weight and feel better at the same time. It really is. How are you now? Good, and you? Yeah, I do think we'll be traveling along this channel right here until it's broken. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that for you guys. I think we will be, we could have some retest to the upside. Like once we come back down to around 8,150, we could see a retest to the upside towards the 8,300s, definitely. And then start moving down from there as well. I will be starting to exit my position as we get closer to the $8,150 mark. I've already taken profit once, just to cover my stop loss if it ever did get stopped out. You always want to do that. But let your winners run, let your losers get cut out. You probably heard that before because, I mean, I didn't come up with that. It's just something that definitely is true, but it takes a lot of practice in order to actually apply that to your actual trades. Reckless, what's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Bitcoin yet? Austin, you rock. You were not phased at all. I saw an ascending triangle forming on 15-minute. Your analysis was right on. I don't fully understand it yet, but excited to learn. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's all just about keeping a cool level head, understanding where your macros are, finding your channels, finding the tops, the bottoms, and seeing what the potential from those are. And for me, I was looking at the 2 hour, and I saw that the 2 hour was getting a rejection and had some exaggerated bearish divergence. Let me turn down the music just a tad bit more. I don't want it to cloud up my speech. But yeah, I just saw that we were starting to curve back down on the money flow a little bit. Swap down to my 1 hour. My 1 hour is looking bearish as well. And yeah, we put up the same thing. Now we do have a support line here. So when our RSI starts getting close to that, I would be expecting another bounce and another retest to the upside. But I would expect that to repeat just a couple more times. Because like I said, when you get your first bounce out of the oversold region, it doesn't mean that that's a bottom and it's going to start going up from there. Just like Market Cipher B's green dots are not necessarily the bottom. It is just the start of a bottom. So what you're looking for is you're looking for a bullishly diverging RSI along the way. So we are starting to get that bullishly diverging RSI, which is a sign that we're close to the bottom. But I do think it has a little bit further to go. But that is a good sign that this will be the pattern moving forward once we do find that bottom. And this fits in perfectly to the macro 1.6, the 0.618 and the 4-to-1 Ganfan. You can see that we will be using this pattern either to break out above the 4-to-1 or break down below the 2-to-1 diagonal right here. And if that does happen, if we do go past this 2-to-1 diagonal, I would be looking at this as a descending triangle, and I would be targeting 6,500 after that. But that is quite a bit away. We're only at the beginning. A lot of potential here. You guys might have seen my video on why I do think this is the start of a bull market. I know if you guys have been watching me on live streams for quite a while, I've been kind of looking at this and giving it more thought. And the other night on our Discord session, the Discord meetup we have every week, I really went into detail on it, and I was like, I need to put this into a video because this could help solidify why I'm thinking it, so I don't have to repeat myself. But I mean, it's there. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be the bull run to $200,000. I think it would be a 750% pump. Because look, if you go back and you look at the previous price action of Bitcoin, okay, you can see that we always have some sort of, actually, let me go down to a weekly chart. That would actually work better. Weekly chart. You can see that we always have some sort of, bear market, pump, bear market, and then we have this one. Okay, so this one right here. Okay, that's not the one I'm looking for. This one right here. I saw this earlier today and I wanted to show it off. God, where is it? So I was looking at this earlier and I found another fractal that would repeat itself and give credence to the fact that I don't think this is going to be the mega bull run. But from what I found, I can't find it right now. I'm so sorry. Maybe this is it. 700. I'm looking for a 750% pump. I don't know where it's at, but typically Bitcoin in the past, it will have a 750% pump, bear market, capitulation, and then multi-$1,000 bull market, and then bear market, capitulation, good pump, bear market, well, not bear market, but capitulation, and then another multi-$1,000. And I do think that we're just in the first part. So I will only be targeting $60,000 to $70,000 as a potential top, and then probably have a retracement back down, hopefully to $20,000 to retest that and maintain that as support. And then I would be buying back in. And then the next bull run after that, I do think has potential for all of these crazy targets you're hearing on Bitcoin from a lot of different people. I think that's just a lot of hype. I'm trying to be realistic with it and go purely based off of my technical analysis targets and not put any emotion into it. Obviously, as certain things get invalidated or start getting set into motion, I'll really start changing my point of view. But as of right now, I just wanted to share what I saw and what could potentially play out in terms of fractals. But besides that, I'm completely realistic with the fact that we could have some more downside. We could go as low as the lower 4,000s and potentially find a bottom there. I don't want to see that because of the 0.5, but we've done crazier things in the past. So that was just some of the things I was looking at. Rob, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate that. Where is the bullish divergence? On the macros? So on the macros, we have bullish convergence from right here. Now on the MACD, you can actually see hidden bullish divergence instead of, just bullish convergence. But that's also a good sign. It's not a terrible thing. And we can definitely get an inverse head and shoulders off of this right here. That's another potential that I'm looking at, like right here. And that would line up perfectly with this price structure right here. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what we've been talking about for the past couple of days. And that's why 7,800, we need to use that as our lower support and build a right shoulder and then hopefully break out to the upside. If we don't break out to the upside, 6,500 is my next target. And then depending on where we break, I would probably be targeting around 5,550 to 5,700 if that does come up. But as of right now, nothing much. Time frame, it's going to be on the weekly chart. So if I add MACD to this, and it's the weekly chart with HA candles. Otherwise, it won't look the same. So on the MACD, you can see from this point here to this point here, we have a lower low on momentum, but a higher low on Bitcoin. So that is hidden bullish divergence. That means all of the momentum to the downside has been maxed out and there's nowhere left for it to go but up. As well as that, we also have standard bullish divergence off of these two waves right here. So we have a double whammy in terms of the bullish divergence. And like I showed off on the video, this particular capitulation, you can't really compare it to what we're doing here. I know a lot of people like to point out these three wicks, but it's not the same situation. In this one right here, we didn't have any underlying support. We have the support on our weekly RSI already. So we have that safety net. This one did not. So that's why the capitulation ended in a drop, which is a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing that we fell there. That is completely natural. Bitcoin, and the reason why a lot of people stay away from it is because of these crazy drops. But in actuality, what the heck, fish? Hey, no. But in actuality, that is healthy for Bitcoin, because unlike the US stock market, where it just goes up and up and up and up, and then we have a major recession, Bitcoin goes up, 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 boom, up, 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 boom. It just knocks those corrections right out of the way so that we can continue charging upwards. Obviously, there will be a day in Bitcoin where it just stagnates, but that's a good thing as well, because then that allows major adoption and people don't have to worry about the price going up and down too much and all the volatility that comes with that. Uh, and, so they can actually use it for transactions. You do have things like Square coming out with a transaction system allowing Bitcoin to be transferred into fiat at pretty much the swipe of a card. That is something definitely that will help adoption as well. But ultimately, Bitcoin does need to settle down, and it needs to look like a normal currency, which it will take many, many years, probably 20, 30 years for that to even happen slightly. But that is what actually needs to happen in order for major Bitcoin adoption. So that's some of the macro scale stuff I wanted to talk about. Like I said, guys, if you guys are just joining in, this is going to be kind of a short live stream. I do have to get out of here at like 9. So we got about 15 minutes just to talk about stuff. So if you guys do have any questions on your mind, don't be scared. Let's knock those out of the way, because I'm not going to be here all night, unfortunately. But I might do another live stream tomorrow just to kind of make up for it, which will be kind of testing out that 2 p.m. Live stream, seeing how many people show up, anybody new, all that kind of stuff. Never settles. What's up, man? And someone was saying in the comments that, like, I really think things through. And I think the reason why I try so hard to make sure that everything I do has a detailed explanation behind it is because of the fact that if I don't, that gives even more reason for someone to say, oh, you're just a kid, you don't know what you're talking about. But if I can give a detailed explanation on why and how, that could definitely back my argument. Obviously, there's always going to be somebody that still doesn't listen to me. But that also helps with my Telegram and the way I teach. Because my Telegram, it's not to keep you in the Telegram as long as I can. I'm not making you reliant on me. With every single call that I do, I give a detailed explanation on the indicators, how they were looking, why I'm thinking it's still going down. So that way, over time, you can see my thought process on things. And even if I'm not there, let's say one day in the future I don't do the Telegram anymore, you're not left in the dust. You have kind of that residual mindset. You have the way I looked at things to help you. So it's educational. It's not there to keep you trapped. That's the sole purpose of it. What do you prefer, normal candles or HA? I think they both have a purpose. HA candles, I like them because they're a lot prettier, and you can do TD sequential a lot better with them. But normal candles for support and resistances being broken, that's my favorite. So they both have like a use case. Typically, I do leave my charts on normal candles, but from time to time, I'll switch back to HA. It's not for any particular reason. Definitely for momentum indicators, the HA candles work a lot better. So if you are using MACD primarily or market separate blue waves primarily, that will definitely help, especially on bigger time frames. On smaller time frames, it's not going to look that different, but on the daily, 3-day, weekly, it will look a lot different from the different candle types. Do I trade Forex too? Not right now. I do have plans on doing that in the future. I just want to take it one step at a time. And I do believe that there's a lot more money and actually a lot less risk in trading crypto than Forex. So that's why I stick with crypto. You might say, well, crypto has so much volatility, you just have risk. It's about learning how to manage the volatility and manage the risk with, everything combined. So you have potentially more profits and less risk. Obviously, you have to watch your macros very carefully because of the macro bull runs and the bear markets. You don't really have that kind of stuff in like mega caps or anything. But I did want to kind of get into like micro caps. I think those are really appealing. Uh, but I need to work on some other things before I get into that, because there is a lot more logistics and statistics I have to kind of do. If you guys know me, I don't keep like detailed lists of every single pattern I've traded or the breakout of every single pattern. I don't even keep track of like how much I make on every single pattern. I just focus on winning, and I go from trade to trade. I focus on the trade that was I last did so I can learn mistakes from it. I focus on the trade I am in now, and I try to play a chess game and think 1 to 2 trades ahead. That is how I keep focused, and I don't worry too much about, oh, I had a big losing streak back here or anything like that. So that's just the way I typically do things. Obviously, I'm not professional. So if I was a professional, I would want to be keeping detailed lists so I know the probability of every single setup. But for me, I have a pretty good like visual IQ, and all that kind of good stuff. So it definitely helps. But I don't think you need like a high visual IQ in order to trade. I think that's just kind of like a cop out. Slow progress, but 500 bucks so far with in 1 month, dude. That's awesome. Uh, if you want to, you can share the percentage of that in terms of your portfolio, because I mean, if that's anywhere around 10 to 15% of your portfolio, that is fantastic. If 500 bucks is 10 to 15% of your portfolio, absolutely fantastic if you can make that in 1 month. Because you got to put it in perspective. If you put your money in a savings account or, an IRA, you might see like at most like a 7% a year. But if you can make 15% in a month, you're killing it. Absolutely killing it. Sojan, Stojan, if I'm pronouncing it right. Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate that. Every time somebody reaches out to me on Discord, or I see just a message that's not even directed towards me, but they're just talking, and really appreciating what I do, that proves that I'm doing something right. It really does help me uh, keep going, because as I get more and more popular, the harder I try to be transparent and real with you guys and do the best I can. There's always gonna be somebody somewhere that doesn't like my face, uh, so I appreciate it. What's the lowest time frame you play around with? 15 minute. So my greatest recommendation is use 4 different time frames within a factor of 2, kind of like we were doing in. Give me 1 second. Kind of like we were doing in the kite crossing, but not in terms of kite crossing, but just get used to those time frames. So for me, it's 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, and I have gotten completely familiar with the effects of each time frame and each 50-minute RSI rejection. So when I'm looking for major breakouts to the downside or the upside, my favorite time frame is the 1 and 2 hour. So if I can see a rejection off of the 50 on the 2 hour, that is a clear sign that we'll be breaking out to the downside. And a if I can see a bounce off the 50, that is a clear indication that we will have a breakout to the upside. So that's my preferred time frame, and I got better and better and made more money when I actually zoomed out. Everybody loves to dream about scalp trading and making thousands of dollars a day just scalp trading, but the bulk majority of your profits are going to come from swing trades. I can guarantee you that, because they have such a high probability of bounces and rejections at major macros that it is so easy to get a really good entry and a really good stop loss up that leverage and just hold on to it. They are killer, because they are just so high. They have such high profits, and as long as you're patient and you let those tops and bottoms go, you will make a killer amount of money. C Joy, what's up, man? Well, I just answered your question, but I didn't say hi. What's up, man? How do you make 500K with Bitcoin? Start with $1 million. You don't need to start with $1 million. Hi, Kite. Looks like you're doing a lot of things right, except for the e-cig. I get so much hate for the e-cig. Listen, it's better than smoking, all right? I understand. I'm looking to quit, pull back a lot because I don't think that e-cigs or like nicotine in general is bad for you. I think the overconsumption of nicotine is bad for you. Any good thing is used in too much is a bad thing. But nicotine is basically like a small hit of Adderall that usually lasts about anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. But if you constantly use it, it loses its effects and you become a reliant on it. So I dream about big city slammers and smacking slappers at Pracky. Good luck breaking away from the Nick. I did it once before for like a couple years, but I had a friend and he got me because it's not the nicotine that always gets me sucked into vapes. It's like the tricks and the equipment, like the mods. They're just so cool. With like cigarettes, it is purely the addiction. It's not anything else. It's not a hobby. For me, vaping is like a hobby. You got so many other things that are a part of it rather than just the nicotine. Exactly. You just have to be patient, let the price action work itself out, and take your profits at the right times. That's all it's about. So, like right now, I am still in a swing short from 90 70. Stop loss, I did move it down to 8,800, I mean, 8,675 once we saw this rejection right here. So now I feel like it's a good point to move that stop loss down. I've already taken my profits on it, and I'm just waiting until around 8,150 and in between 8,150 and 7,800 in order to take a lot of my profits and enter a swing long from there. I don't use any EMAs, SMAs, or MAs. So I used them for a little bit. They are accurate, but what I have found is using my fib retracements, my Gon fans, and just practicing with those. The places that I in particular are looking to buy or short or long, they line up almost perfectly with SMAs, EMAs, and MAs, depending on the time frame. Gerlandia, what's up, man? No problem, man. It is going to be a short stream tonight. I've said that a couple times. My friend's having a get together because he's got a new apartment. So I have to go at 9, but I will be back tomorrow, I think, around 2 p.m. Thank you very much, Crippler. I do appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, I think the Jeff situation actually benefited me because I haven't had anybody be direct to my face with hate yet. And that was like the first experience I had with it. And I used it as a way to not necessarily like promote myself, but talk about why I do things the way I do and just kind of shut them up. So if you guys have seen, he has not been back since. He got his ass handed to him. He got clapped, as the kids would say. This is like one of my new favorite songs from him. It's called Outro. I think this is gonna be my outro song to every single live stream now because it's so good.
Maybe they were wrong about me, and I was right the whole time. Underrated newcomer sitting on a gold mine. Never took a shortcut. I've been on that slow grind. Add up all the baby steps. I'll be there in no time. Folks line up and down the block to see the spectacle. You don't gotta like, at least admit the shit respectable. Never had dollars, we were fighting over decimals. Decimated all the doubt. Now I'm feeling resolute. Now I'm feeling purposeful. Working till mama's purse is full. Been rock bottom, only way to go is vertical. I was was off balance.
About to get a bearish cross on the 2 hour as well. That's a good sign.
Every time I circle through,
Money flow curving back down.
how I imagined it. Made it
I'm looking for a tap off of this parabolic right here.
dismantle it and play me like a mandolin. Wait until I'm down till they offer me companionship. Saying they gon' ride for me when shit hits the fan again. They ain't really crazy, they as manic as a mannequin. Can it, man? I cannot stand hearing any more of this. I guess the moral is
Oh, I need to put my phone on the charger.
just maybe they were wrong. I'ma go until I get it. I'ma chase it till it's gone. Head in the clouds and my feet on the ground.
So you're saying 50% retrace?
Just maybe they were wrong.
What do you mean? Like on Bitcoin in general? I'm saying that there is a possibility that we could go down to $4,000. That is our lowest support in terms of our strongest support. Obviously, we could go all the way down to 3,000. I'm just saying that that is a option if Bitcoin ever did want to do that. I'm not looking for that, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But maybe, just maybe, we could get to that at some point. It is an option. It is not necessarily the best option for Bitcoin, but we've seen it happen in the past. Like, we have actually been below the 8-to-1 Ganfan on the macros down here, and we were using it as resistance, but we just blew right through it. So we technically could come down to 4,700, find support down there, and then use that as a on-ramp, because that would actually create bullish divergence. Whenever you have a failed breakout to one side and then you pump back into the pattern, that creates more upwards force for the next potential breakout. So if we could have 2 breakouts below and then pump right back in, that would be monumental. I can tell you that. But the worry is that if we do go below 6,000, that it wouldn't be a good short-term thing. Once we're back above 6,000, if we do cross below it, it's like, okay, we're going up. But I don't want to see that happen, just because there is some risk in that. And I definitely would be backing off of holding Bitcoin. I would still be trading it, definitely to keep accumulating for the next, 300 to 7,000% pump. But I would definitely be selling at that point. Yeah, listen, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not trying to like say I'm the best crypto YouTuber in the world, but I see a lot of like Bitcoin live streams from smaller channels, and they don't talk to their audience. It's always just their charts and some music, and they don't talk at all, and they just live stream for hours. Like I said, I'm not trying to start anything, but I do appreciate that Tom Crown, not Crown Crypto, but Tom Crown. He runs a Bitcoin live stream as well. Definitely gets a lot more viewers than me. He doesn't talk on live stream, but he'll talk to his viewers in chat, which is, that's admirable.
Okay, now check this shit. I'm a force to be reckoned
Let's see, we got hidden bearish divergence on the MACD as well. So if we get a bearish cross on this MACD, I think that would bring us down to those lower numbers we've been looking at for like the last a week and a half. My wife wants to see fish. She always hears about him causing trouble in the background. Can we get a fish appearance? Yeah, give me 1 second. Where fish? He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Pressure and an awful lot of stress, but I've been working so long I forgot about the mess. Guess I'd rather be exhausted than depressed. Pick your poison, make them hate so much.
Can you see him? Hold on.
Listen to them switch their voices. I heard them talking, but it's just a mix of different noises. Now they sending off as
Hold on.
and void them, then avoid them like I don't need them, never did. Always on the move, never settle in. Never settle down, I don't need no sedative.
There we go.
Lord knows I'm working, I can't let the devil win. I don't need him, never did.
Say hello.
On the move, never settle in. Never settle down,
He's so tired. He was sleeping.
I can't let the devil win. I don't need to diss my peers, even though it's crystal
Okay.
clear
You can go back to bed now.
Me up, but pissed I'm here. If I'm not on your list of fears, just give me a fiscal year. I am gonna lock it down. Ryan's got this shit secure. It's obscure how they talk about you when you're not around. Like I can't hear them simply just cause they ain't talking loud. I was never walking like them, so they'd say I'm not allowed. They must need something though, cause they ain't saying nada now. Tell them get away.
Yeah, he is a needy dog. He is so needy.
But I heard that it's contagious shit. I cannot contain this gift. I'm doper than the cane you snip. Honestly, you crazy if you think that you can tame this kid. My team work as hard as me. I never have to babysit. Try to knock my hustle, but your hustle's off this baby shit.
Oh, that's sad, man. Yeah, Fish, he is half pug, half Papian. Papian. If Fearless is in the chat. Papian. Papillon. Papillon. Yeah, that's it. So he doesn't have the breathing problems that a normal pug has. It's still there slightly because he is half pug, but he doesn't. He has a slightly longer snout. It's not pushed in, so he doesn't have a lot of the problems. He's got like really floppy Papian ears, so. I asked about the 50 moving average. You said you didn't use moving averages and start talking about fib retracements. Yeah, like I was saying I don't use moving averages because they line, like the fib retracements and the GON fans, they line up with most of the moving averages, whether it be moving average, SMA, or EMA. It wasn't two separate subjects, but I don't use them whatsoever because, like I said, my fib retracements, my GON fans, and where I'm looking at with those, they line up with the SMAs, EMAs, and MAs. And I thought you were talking about a 50% retracement, not a 50 moving average retracement. Like, what is the MA indicator? Let's see. Let's look at the daily. Hope that lines up. Okay. So we're actually below the. Is this the 50? I don't know what the actual indicator is for that. I know that the. Let's see. EMA. EMAs. You can see is which one is yellow? The yellow is the 21 day, right? Almost sure. And the red is the 9, and then the white is the 200. What 50 on the 2 hour? Oh, I was talking about the 50 on the RSI. So the 50 on the RSI is a breakout indicator. So someone asked in the chat today. Let me get the actual message up here. They were saying, can you explain why this is considered a rejection off the 50 on the 2 hour RSI when we are above the 50 and then it can come back down and test and go back up? There were other times where it stayed under the 50. So the 50 is just a general line, but from using these indicators on specific time frames, I've learned like little nuances that come with them. And sometimes it can go past the 50 slightly, and it can still be a rejection off of the 50. So right here, you can see that I was seeing a rejection around the 50. It was starting to curve back down. In actuality, you should be looking for between 55 and 45. But the 50 is just a good, clean line. So I was seeing that rejection right there. And that was my early warning sign around this region back here to put in a short. And you can see that happens many, many, many times. We can see it right here. Gets a bounce off the 50. Way before the actual breakout. Right here gets a bounce on the 50 before an actual breakout. Bounce on the 50 right here. Boom. Over here. Bounce off the 50. Boom. Right here. This was an oversold bounce. But the 50 is a really, really good indicator on the RSI. Sorry if there was any miscommunication on that one. Fish needs his own channel. that would be pretty cool. ACR, what's up, man? Is ETH going down some more? Most likely. Let me bring up my ETH chart real quick.
Follicles are frolicking. I'm feeling too fine. I don't want to call it fin. I just want to call my kin. Tell them I'm happy now. Lay in the grass with you, blowing these happy clouds, swimming where the
I need to put some fib retracements on this. Yeah, ETH over the next couple of days could technically, what I'm hoping to see on ETH is a bullish pennant. You can see I already have the target marked out right here. I'm looking for a retracement back down to around like $144 and then bounce around this little pennant formation for the next 40 days. We already saw the pullback on Monero that I was looking for. So I was looking for a pullback down to $58. And then that was my entry. So I bought back at $58 and it's already back up to 60 bucks. So last night was a little 3% trade right there. So I'm looking for the same sort of thing on Monero as well. Monero obviously has a much more bullish pattern already. It has a double bottom on a macro time frame. So we should be seeing at least somewhere around the $100 zone on Monero. Hopefully it does break out and we start trending upwards. $245 would be a pretty clean target. Chain Wax, thank you very much, man. Yeah, we had a rough start in the beginning on our channel. We definitely did. I was more finicky. I didn't quite know how I wanted to approach things. I was still learning at that time. I was not 100%. I wanted to make sure that if I live streamed, when someone asked me a question, I could have an answer for it. So I continued to learn more and more and more. And once I felt like I was at a good point, I could start live streaming again so I could answer questions proactively instead of being like, oh, yeah, I don't know that, but I'll look it up for you. I feel like that's a cop-out. Obviously, there's some times where that still happens because I'm still learning, and you should never stop learning. But I definitely wanted to be in a higher category before I really started. ACR, Augustin, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, because like my goal with the Telegram group and the one-on-ones, it is not to keep you guys trapped and reliant on me. I feel like that's some other people are doing that. Not going to name any names, but I want to make sure that you guys understand why I'm putting myself in the positions that I am. So that way you can learn from it. And if you so decide that you don't need me anymore, you can move on to greener pastures and focus on your own charts. Because at the end of the day, the best thing that will help you is if you can learn how to do it correctly and then just focus on your own charts. Absolutely your own charts. That is what's going to help you the most. You can get rid of all the FUD, all of the FOMO. I do not look at any Bitcoin articles. I watch Crypto Zombie every now and then because he keeps his news very unbiased, but I do not read. I'm not spending my time looking at articles. It's not good for you. It just puts you in a weird mindset. Yeah, like I said on ETH, over the next 40 days, what I'm looking for the bullish side of things, because typically on these altcoins, I don't typically short. I just kind of accumulate the normal way. So I'm looking for a pullback somewhere down towards 145 bucks over the next, couple of days. Well, mostly like 2 weeks. And then once we do hit that, I'll be putting some position back into ETH, and I'm looking for a bullish pennant to form off of that. And then the target would be around 200 bucks. So that would be a very, very nice 30% pull on that. And I'm looking for anywhere between, 1.5 to 2 months before that really kicks in. On a lot of the altcoins, I'm focused more on the macros because, like I said, I'm not day trading them. I am just buying and holding. The way I have my portfolio structured, is I have 50% dedicated to long-term holds. I do trade. It's not like I'm just hodling. I do trade it, but it's more like a longer-term thing, more macro-wise. And then 50% of my portfolio is dedicated to trading Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum, and if I see a really nice setup on XRP or EOS, I will take it. But on those coins, I have to specifically see a certain situation rather than just trading in day and out. Because on Bitcoin, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what points I'm selling at. I've had more time to work with Bitcoin, and it's a lot less volatile than those coins. So yeah, man, I don't know why. Like, I love the fact that, you know, people like Jeff, they're like, you're a young kid. How could you possibly know all this? Why is anybody listening to you? I'm like, yeah, I am a young kid. So imagine in 5-10 years where I will be, what I will be running, what my name has an impact on, and I'm sure you'll see it somewhere. Yuri, what's up, man? Yeah, I was watching, you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about immediately. I was watching a certain somebody, and he goes, I'm trying to phrase this in a way. Basically, he said, I will see you in my trading group after this video. And I counted, he said it 8 times in a video, over and over and over again, kind of like a psychology tactic. Like, I will see you in my trading group after this video. I will see you in, like, and I'm like, God damn, I want to join this dude's trading group. But it was just a psychology tactic. And definitely charges way more than me for a Telegram group, I'll tell you that. But I haven't been in his Telegram group, so I don't know how he structures his calls. Korean, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Let's see, are we breaking any records tonight, guys? 71 viewers. About average. I don't want it to seem like I'm expecting you guys to watch me and I'm expecting high viewership. Just know that I am extremely grateful no matter what the viewership it looks like. You guys are here, you guys are supporting me. With time, that will come. I'm expecting to watch you. I will see you in the live stream. I'm going to start doing that. I will see you in the live stream tonight. All right, guys. I will see you in the live. I'll just keep saying it over and over again in like my videos. That's how we'll get to 100 viewers. I'm curious. Let me go into an incognito tab. I want to see it when I search like Bitcoin live stream. I want to see if mine even pops up, because I don't think I have any tags on my crypto live streams. I think the only way people have found me is usually through like the Market Cipher Discord, or yeah, that's pretty much it. Amp, what's up, man? Mr. Win, what's up? How you doing, guys? I looked up Bitcoin live stream, and we're not even on the first page, I don't think. Hold on. Okay, never mind. We are on the first page, but we're a little bit down there. How do I get higher ranking? Because some of these aren't even live streams, and they pop up higher than I do. Maybe I have to add it in the description. I'm not sure. I don't know how this whole thing works. You don't use SEO? I use SEO on my actual videos, but I don't know how to do SEO on my Oh, just an off-topic thing, I did find that video that I was talking about to you guys on Wednesday, about the guy that I didn't quite agree with.
Talked to my
Um,
dad on the phone
but
today.
okay, so I'll
Broke it
preface
down
that
like
with saying that most of the
5,000
video
times.
I
Now
agreed
things
with.
got fucked
It was
up.
just this one
Trying to get a
particular
better
topic
job.
that he was
Couldn't see
talking about.
straight, but
Everything else is
wanted
completely
out.
true. So this
Never
guy,
got clear what he
his
wanted
name is
my
Ty Millionaire,
understand me. I just wanted him to
and
try, but he didn't
it's
wanna
just
leave,
this
so
one
he
part of the
was tired.
video. Everything else,
Swear that I
I
knew
do
what I'm
like
fine.
him and
No
his
job could flow
personality
harder than
and the way
mine.
he
Don't be
trades.
your dad, but
It's
motherfucker,
just
I
this one
grade mine. And
topic.
the
So
diamonds that he
before we
feed
get
mine.
into the more
The way
SEO
that he
type things,
treated his
I'm
sons.
going to turn
Knew
off the
your
music
brother
real
was
quick,
alive. Once upon a
and
time,
then
he
we're going to
didn't
go
know, but you still
to
don't believe in the way that he died.
this right
Harder, but
here.
neither do I. But we just comply.
Turn off the music, and we're going to go to this. I think it is right here. So he's talking about he has done everything that uh everybody else has done. So he said, I learned the shit and I went out and I taught it. I followed the same route as everybody else. But for him, the way he comes off, it sounds like it was always about the money. But I try to be upfront with you guys that yes, in some ways I am using you guys, but it's not for the money. It's for the satisfaction of sharing your eureka moment. For me, it's like a drug. All right. So I'm being honest with this. In my life, I've always gone from, oh, and I did like the video. Why did it go to unlike? I've always gone from subject to subject or anything like that. And I have had the eureka moment and then I move on to the next thing because it is always, that's what I'm searching for. And then once I get it, I'm done. But with trading, I've had my eureka moment and I saw that I was starting to lose interest because I've had it. But through you living vicariously through you guys and seeing that same like spark of life and like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. That makes me the happiest man in the world. And that's what keeps me interested in trading. So the money, yes, I have to charge a little bit because otherwise I would have a crazy amount of people in the one-on-ones and I want to be able to get to everybody individually. But yeah, let me go ahead and play this small little clip. Like I said, I am not hating on this guy. I love his trading style, his personality. It's just this one particular topic.
Yeah, so like I said, like that's my story. So when I start really getting successful is like I said, when I start paying attention to my own charts.
That is true.
After I cut out all of the noise, I'm like, yo, I can not fucking trade with all of these people. Like I had a trading group. I used to teach and shit too, like 4 or 5 years ago. So it didn't take me long to start teaching. I followed the same route as everybody else was doing 4 or 5 years ago. Fucking learn this shit and go teach it and hustle. But then it was like, man, fuck that shit. I started dealing with people and people gave me headaches. And I'm like, why the fuck would I deal with this headache when I know how to trade? You feel me? It was like, I don't even have to teach you. But you collect a little bread from them, now you feel indebted to them. It's like, no. So I shut all my shit down. I'm like, yo, I'm not teaching this shit no more. Fuck this. For what? I'm making the money.
So don't take that because it's not meant to shed him in a bad light. I've said that before. It was just that one particular subject. For him, it was about the money. It wasn't really about the teaching and seeing other people progress. It was about the money. And that's fine. If that is your priority, that is up to you. But I'm just saying that is the difference between me and someone like that. And like I said, it's in some ways I am using you guys, but it's not in a malicious way. Hey Kite, have you thought about making a small group like 3 to 5 for a group training vid instead of one-on-one? Yeah, so as like right now, I'm not like busy 100% of the time, and it's still at a point where I can get to everybody individually and still have free time. Once it starts getting to like right now, I have about typically anywhere between like 25 to 40 sessions a week, so it's like a normal work week for me. If it becomes like I have 100 sessions a week that last an hour, yes, I will have to bundle people together that are in the same, trading, level of trading and, you know, essentially the same time zone. That way I can, bundle them together and then I only have like, you know, 40 sessions a week of 3 people rather than 100 individual sessions. That is something that I might have to do in the future, but I feel like that shouldn't be a problem because that is actually more beneficial as well. because you ever had that feeling or that occasion where like you have a kid in the back of the class that asks a question that nobody else would ask, and then that question and that answer helped you, but you were too afraid to ask it. Hopefully, that could be a situation that we get into a lot with those types of things, but that is a little bit down the line. Like I said, I typically am not super busy right now. I can do the live streams, I can do the one on ones, I can look at the charts, I can play my video games, I can have fun, I can be a kid. I'm not super busy. So right now, it's still at a manageable state. And that account that you guys saw in here, this is my consolidated account for family and friends. So right here, we're just in a little bit of a trade, and we're up 40% on an 8x. That's what's up. It's a little bit of a scalp trade. That's one I've been holding from the bearish rectangle. I still have one open on the 970. So from time to time, depending on how things look, like I said, I want to differentiate myself from other traders. I don't want to show my profit logs because I feel like that just too many people, they give certain people so much power because of how much money they make. It should be about the knowledge they share and promote rather than, oh, I just made $100,000 on this trade. I'm a good trader if I can make that much money. What if it was a lucky trade? You have to differentiate people like that. Okay, what do you want to do with your life in the next 10 years? I I've given this a little bit of thought. Obviously, I have a really good start, and by the next 10 years, I could be very wealthy and I could do anything I want in terms of start my own business. What I am looking at doing is going to college, getting my financial advisor's license, and starting a firm with my sisters. I still have to teach my sisters what I do exactly, but they are very, very smart people, and I'm sure that I would. They've always asked me to for certain things. Like my one sister wanted me to. Can you stop talking like that? My girlfriend is falling in love with you. My one sister, she wanted me to start a computer building business with her, and I love computers. I was down to do it, but I gave it some more thought, and it's not a good business to get into necessarily because the profit margins aren't really high, and I don't think we would be able to sustain the shop. But, I would love to start a business with her no matter what it is. And I'm passionate about trading. And if I can get her into it and my other sister, and we can start like a little family business, I would love to do that. I'm your sister. No, you're not. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Because the reason why I don't trade for people besides family and close friends is because that's a lot of risk. Now, if I had a financials advisor's license and I had my own firm and a set guideline and legal systems backing me up, yes, I would trade for other people because I have that safety net. But right now, if I take on someone's $100,000 portfolio, and even though I'm very confident that I would be able to trade it, what if something happens and then they blame it on me and I don't have a financials advisor's license and then they come after me? That would not be good. So a lot of people have actually, you know, came to me with that kind of proposition where they're like, you can take 20% of the profits if you want to. And I'm like, I can't. There's absolutely no way. I will not do that. I'm making enough money from my portfolio myself. I don't need, your cut of the profits. I will teach you. I will 100% teach you and make sure you understand what you need to do with your money, but I will not trade for you. When gone van gone fan video, Kite. Tomorrow I am going to be working on it. Uh, it's almost 9 o'clock, guys, so we are coming to an end here because I do have to go. But yeah, yeah, too much pressure, man. It's too much pressure. Who was the guy that you just showed in the video? That was Ty Millionaire. He is a forex trader, a very very good trader. He's been trading for 10 years. He has a tattoo of forex on his face. don't quite agree with that. He's got a thing on his back, a tattoo called like Trade or Die. He's in the game. He is a trader. He is very good at trading, but for him, it seems like it's more about the money rather than helping other people. So I didn't want to hate on him. I just wanted to show, you know, a different perspective on the whole trading group thing and all that stuff, and then tell you guys why I do it the way I do. How did you color in the green fan green? Okay, so this isn't actually a Gon fan here. Well, actually, this is a Gon fan. But what you got to do is you got to go to the drawing tool. Originally, it would be on a brush. Then you grab the triangle. You start at the top. You select one of the sides. You drag it out. And then that's how I highlighted this channel right here. Let's go to... So, Stojan, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. I'm already I'm stuttering on my words. I need to slow down my speech, man. I do not want to turn into the next crown. James, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. I will be on I'll try to get on tomorrow around like 2 p.m. Since this live stream is kind of short, I definitely want to do like a short one tomorrow just to make up for it. And then we'll be back on schedule. DMT. Me and my stepdad talked about it all night long. Because me and my stepdad, we are planning an ayahuasca trip. And we've been talking about it. So I've got my fair share of DMT talk for the night. Thank you very much, Crippler. Luca, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one as well. That would be very boring. It would just be me sitting here like this. Because DMT trips, they're not like these extravagant, like you're going crazy. It looks like you're asleep for like 15 minutes. Hey Kite, where are we heading from here? I'm late to the stream tonight. So I do think over the next, couple of, let's see, this could technically all like 4 days. I would be looking for anywhere between 8,150 down to about 7,800. I'm so sorry. I keep having like a burp because I just had dinner and it just keeps coming up. DMT talk got you a like. That's what's up, man. Thank you very much. I wrote it for myself, cause when I start feeling low, no one can save me but myself. This for me, I know who I am inside. Still I'm working like I'm never satisfied. I don't know, it's just hope I live long enough to be your client. Just take care of yourself, man. You'll be there. I'm telling you guys, all these songs I play about like, under like this one right here. Underground newcomer sitting on a gold mine. Like, I'm not trying to say like, I have high aspirations for myself. And this is my start. You guys are seeing the origins of me. Wherever I go from here, hopefully it is monumental. I'm trying to do the best I can. All right, guys, I'm gonna start saying goodbye. How's Ethan looking for you? I would be expecting over the next couple of weeks to pull back down to $144, put ourselves in a bullish pennant, and hopefully break out to 200 in the next 60 to 70 days. D. Lee, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. I try to keep it as short and sweet as possible. Didn't want to get too into detail, but just the basic information, throw it out there. I do appreciate that. Girlandia, Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate that. And Augustin, goodbye. I will see you guys tomorrow. Crippler, no problem, man. I'll see you soon too. Happy Chinese New Year. You as well. Well, everybody's expecting some sort of thing to happen to Bitcoin for it. I don't really think so. QP? No, you're welcome, man. Thank you very much. Hold on. I'm going to pause this song because I do want to play it as the outro because it's named outro. Mandy. Hello. Bye. Mandy, it's okay. It's okay. I loved your comment, Mandy, where you're like, I'll keep this comment short and sweet so I don't get you in trouble. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Alexander Schmidt. Oh, that's my stepdad's last name. Longboard Pharma. See you, man. Stuart, have a good night, man. Crypto Chris, no problem, buddy. I'll see you again. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a little bit. Have fun. Don't drink and drive. No, not going to be doing any of that. It's okay. It's okay. It made for a funny conversation with my mom. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to play the outro song because, I've always been the person that, like, I let music speak for the way I feel. And whenever I listen to a song, it has to be something that I'm feeling at that point in time. And I know that's a general thing. Everybody loves to listen to music that they feel like connects with them. But yeah, these songs that I play on live stream, it's not just background music. It has some sort of lyric in terms of the way I act, the way I feel, what I'm trying to achieve. So you won't ever hear me play like songs about just smoking drugs and, getting lit. It's always got to be something about life or anything like that. So, all right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to play the little song now. I'm going to switch to this little screen right here. Don't look at that schedule. I have to update that schedule. But all right, guys, I'm going to mute my microphone. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. As soon as the song is done, I will go ahead and get out of here. Bye-bye, guys.
I'm just playing along. Just maybe. Maybe they were wrong about me, and I was right the whole time. Underrated newcomer sitting on a gold mine. Never took a shortcut, I've been on that slow grind. Add up all the baby steps, I'll be there in no time. Folks line up and down the block to see the spectacle. You don't gotta like, at least admit the shit respectable. Never had dollars, we were fighting over decimals. Decimated all the doubt, now I'm feeling resolute. Now I'm feeling purposeful, working till mama's purse is full. Been rock bottom, only way to go is vertical. I was off balance, yeah, I was catching vertigo. Now they breaking vertebrae, every time I circle through. I prefer to do everything how I imagined it. Made this off a handout so they can put their hands in it. Break it and dismantle it and play me like a mandolin. Wait until I'm down till they offer me companionship. Saying they gon' ride for me when shit hits the fan again. They ain't really crazy, they as manic as a mannequin. Can it, man, I cannot stand hearing any more of this. I guess the moral is just maybe they were wrong. I'ma go until I get it, I'ma chase it till it's gone. Head in the clouds and my feet on the ground. Screaming down at them like, look at me now. Just maybe they were wrong. Just maybe they were wrong. Don't be fooled by the frown on my face. I'm just playing along. Just maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe.